Suppose we have a triangle and we know one of the sides of the right triangle. It has to be a right triangle. We know one of the legs. In this case, we're looking for the hypotenuse. This same process would work if we had one leg and we were looking for the other. So in the problem, the first thing we need to do is to mark it up as we have before with the names of the appropriate sides. Since the 22-degree was given, we're going to call the side opposite that the opposite side. Remember how you stand here and you just kind of, if you put your arms, and you're standing right here, and your arms will be put out, and you'll be looking directly over at the opposite. The hypotenuse again is x. So we now have to go to the three trig functions and pick out the one that involves opposite and hypotenuse, and you'll notice that's the sine. Okay, so I'm going to say the sine of 22 would be opposite over hypotenuse. I can look up the sine of 22 on my calculator, and in this case, when I do that, I get this decimal. Just use part of it. You don't need all of it, maybe the first four digits. So the sine is 0.3746. That equals the fraction 7 over x, 7 over x. I put the decimal over 1 so I can cross multiply. So I get 7 equals the decimal times x, which then means if I divide both sides by the decimal, I can find out what x is. In this case, x is just a little bit bigger than 18.6. Depends on how many decimals you're asked to supply. I supplied an answer that had 3 decimals.